Hey, how's it going everyone? This is Josh, and a little bit of a different video today. I'm preparing for a class that I'm taking tomorrow with Taylor Defense Training Group in combination with Cause and Effect Tactical Solutions, both based here out of Atlanta, Georgia. I've never taken a precision rifle training class, even though I've had a precision rifle for me for probably 5 years now. And I love this. This is the Savage Model 10, as well as a really nice piece of glass on here by Vortex Optics. This is basically about a $2,000-ish, $2,100 setup, which is for precision rifles is actually kind of on the low end, and that includes the scope and the rifle. Basically, the rifle's about $1,000 and the scope was around $1,000, and it's kind of considered a budget precision rifle. The only other classes I've taken in the past are with ARs. So over here I have my 300 Blackout Sbr. The reason why I have this out is, though I haven't actually ran a training class with this, it does shoot suppressed. I have a 30 caliber suppressor by AAC. This is the 7.62 SD suppressor, and it's worked really, really well. But I also have the breakout compensator for the Savage Model 10, and I'm considering trying to learn to shoot more suppressed. So I won't necessarily be bringing this one, but these are set up to both share this suppressor on each rifle. So I love this rifle, this particular rifle, because it makes me feel like I'm a really good shooter. When I'm out at the ranch, I shoot out to 600 yards, which that's the longest we have set up out there at the moment. We'll be probably trying to look to extend that a little bit further. But this thing, I dialed it in at 100 yards at the Cheyenne Shooting Complex out there near Fort Carson, and it's just spot on. And I've never needed to adjust the scope, nor, and that includes after flying with this particular rifle a couple of times, being in bags and cases, Pelican cases. I've never removed the scope. Everything's pretty tight, locked down. I haven't made any adjustments, but it's never really lost zero. And every time I go out shooting at 200, 400, 600, I think the max I think we have is about 612 yards. It hits steel probably 1 in 3 shots at 600 plus yards. And for me, that's pretty good considering I don't have any real experience shooting long range. And that's about to change tomorrow. So I kind of just wanted to put this video together as someone who's an experienced shooter, but very inexperienced with precision rifle shooting, long range shooting in general. Most of my training has always been within probably 200 yards or less. So I'm a little, like, wouldn't say nervous, but you know, I'm gonna be a newer shooter in the class within the context of this. So this does go on the end of here, although when I use the suppressor, it drastically changes the point of impact versus point of aim. When I don't use that, I'm very accurate for the most part, and again, it's mostly just because the rifle's better than I am. But when I put the suppressor on, it tends to drop a lot faster. So I'm going to hopefully learn tomorrow how to compensate for that by making adjustments on my scope, or at least on my holdover on the target. So what am I bringing? And first of all, this class I think was about $175, and this is a one-day course, 8 to 4, I think 8 to 5 tomorrow. So I've got 300 rounds of Sierra 168 grain match ammo from the same lot. It was a bit pricey, but I also kind of, I want to make sure I'm as consistent as possible. I downloaded the bullet coefficients from the Sierra website. I'm going to bring my notepad and a pen. The pen I'm going to use is the one I got a couple years ago from my brother, which is a 308 bullet pen, which is kind of fitting for this. So I'm also going to bring some markers to mark my targets. They also ask you to bring, you know, proper clothing and lunch, stuff like that. I mean, I'm not going to get into all that, but I mainly wanted to cover like what you need to probably think about when you're taking a class like that. And making sure that your ammunition is good ammunition, not just plinker range ammo. So this, Match 308 Sierra Matchking HPBT, the boat tail cartridges are the ones that I went with. So I have 300 rounds of that. Don't know if we'll go through all of it, but that's what they asked for, was 300 rounds. So I'll probably bring a couple of extra boxes, but I can't imagine going through much more than that. I've got 3 magazines. It's just these are just 4-round mags. So you can imagine how many times I'm gonna, I only have 3 magazines. So I imagine I'll be loading these up quite a bit, as well as a spotting. I don't really have a spotting scope per se. This is a rangefinder, and this is a fairly inexpensive one. This is a Simmons Tilt Intelligent. This runs about $170. Might be find it a little bit cheaper than that. But I actually found that this particular model had a much better eye relief for me to use. I can just pick it up real quick and find the eye relief, and then I can, press the button. It's got good magnification. I don't recall what it is off the top of my head, but it's got pretty good magnification. And then I also have my Burris 8x32 binoculars. I don't have the best eyesight, so I kind of need help, which is why I also have this kind of high-powered scope. It just really helps me out. I'm effective with like a red dot out to maybe 150 to 200 yards, and after that, I kind of starts getting a little fuzzy for me. I've had multiple eye surgeries in my lifetime and just have terrible vision overall, so I can use all the help I can get. I'm also going to be bringing some electronic ear pro. I'm looking to upgrade my ear pro. I'm just using the Howard Light. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to film, but I'm going to try to film as much as I can using a GoPro. I want to focus on taking the class, and I will be making a video probably on Sunday, like an after action report for those that are curious about taking training classes. I highly encourage you to take at least 2 classes a year. It doesn't matter if it's just a pistol class, a AR class, shotgun, precision rifle. There's a lot of really neat classes out there. And this is just kind of something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time, this precision rifle class, and kind of really learn more about this weapon system, because I am not very well versed in long range shooting. The only thing that I'm kind of missing is a sling. They asked for you to bring a sling. I don't know how slingable this rifle is, so I might just have to wing it. I might pick one up this afternoon. There are some sling mounts on here that I can pin on, or see if I can fashion one of my other slings to work. They do ask you to bring a bipod and or sandbag and a shooting sock filled with rice or something with sand or something like that. And I don't know what the shooting sock is for, so that's kind of something that I don't know. It just like basically said fill a tube sock with rice or sand, so I'm gonna try to make that happen. So I will try to record as much as possible and kind of take notes, because I'll be taking notes anyways, and relay kind of like how the class went. I'm also going to be posting a review on firearmstrainingscentral.com for both Taylor Defense Training Group and CET, as they're kind of both working together in this class, I think. So these are instructors I've never taken a class with before, so I'm excited about that. And yeah, I'm going to be doing some more videos here soon. I've been using, if you've seen my previous videos on holsters, I have switched my holster and carry system up a little bit using the new Incog holsters, as well as this one I bought a few months back that I've been using from Last Line of Defense. Mike makes these custom holsters, and I got one for my Glock 19, which is set up with the Olight PL Mini and the extra magazine, which I've never easily been able to carry before, and this holster makes it a lot easier. So I'm gonna be doing some reviews on those holsters in the coming weeks. So if you're interested in that kind of review or video, then definitely hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification so you know when I upload those new videos, and that will be coming. And I got some other things that I'm working on, but it's not really any big deal as far as talking about it now, but this is kind of relatable as far as, learning to change things up a little bit. Sure, I'm missing some stuff. I'm gonna, bring the normal stuff you'd take to a class. Lip balm, gloves, eye protection, sunscreen, that kind of thing, cooler, lunch, and water, whatever. But that's pretty kind of, standard stuff. I'm also going to bring my iPad just so I have, if I need to look anything up, settings or anything like that. And this isn't a review of this rifle. What I thought I'd do is probably do a little bit more in depth on this particular rifle, but I feel like I don't really know enough about it to really talk about it. And I feel like this class will help me get more familiar with this system. I'm basically going to clean it this afternoon and just make sure it's all good to go. And all I plan to do is soak up as much knowledge tomorrow as possible. And then I will splice in some video footage from my GoPro and maybe my phone, and I can kind of talk about what I learned and what the next class is I'm gonna take. I'm gonna try to take 2 more classes this year after this class. And I really wanna take kind of more of an advanced rifle class and advanced pistol class. I've taken a few pistol classes and different variations from self-defense, CCW mentality to a little bit more offensive tactical kind of maneuvering and, using cover and, using vocal communications to move, and that kind of thing. But this is totally out of my element. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Post in the comments down below if you've taken a class this year or what classes you plan on taking. If you want to see what instructors are in your area, you can head over to firearmstrainingcentral.com. Full disclosure, this is sort of a sponsored video, but my brother and I run firearmstrainingcentral.com, so it's kind of like a self-sponsored video. But it's a website that we've been working on. It's a whole platform that we've been building over the last 2 years to have a destination for people, students to find an instructor in their area, read reviews, see classes, and that kind of thing. It's geo-aware, so you can pick, from your geolocation, your state, and you can pick a radius of like 100 miles or whatever. I'll have a link down in the description below. You can check it out if it's something that you think is great. I also provide feedback on that. Always looking for feedback. So that's pretty much it. This is kind of a static video, and I just kind of wanted to cover the before and after, and I'm always interested to see other people when they have an idea about something going into it, and then go afterwards. What was your opinions about the class, the instructors, and the overall experience? So I kind of wanted to document the before, where I'm basically noob. I'll still be a noob tomorrow, but I'll just be a slightly better noob is kind of what I expect. I do plan to understand how to use my scope better, understand how to shoot with and without the suppressor more effectively, and just kind of soak up as much as I can. So thanks for watching. Hope you all have a great Friday and weekend, and I will be posting a follow-up to this video in the next couple of days with an after action report and hopefully some good video. So yeah, till then, y'all take care.